Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Danka Praktik. This video is specially made for all the women drivers out there to perhaps make their life easier. In this video you'll see how to do a very important task on your car, and that is how to check the engine oil level. It's very simple to do, may save your car from lots of damage, and takes only minutes of your time. So stay tuned.
Danka Praktik.
So, why is checking the engine oil level so important? Well, without oil, your car's engine cannot function at all, since the oil is a vital component that lubricates all the inner parts of the engine. A low oil level, or even worse, the lack of oil, can eventually lead to catastrophic damages within the engine, rendering the car useless. This is how important engine oil is. Besides this, by checking the oil level on a regular basis, you can get a good idea about the condition of the engine in your car. For instance, if the engine consumes a lot of oil in a shorter period of time, it usually means something is wrong or the engine is on its last legs. So, by checking the engine oil, you can prevent some possible huge damage on the engine and expense, and get some vital information about your car. In case you've never checked the engine oil before, then this is certainly worth mentioning. The oil dipstick, as the name says, is a metal stick that is inserted into a sleeve located on the engine. When inserted, the lower part of the stick is dipped into the engine oil, which sits in the oil sump. It's kind of a pan holding all the engine's oil located at the bottom of the engine. It looks much like if you were to check the level in a canister of oil, for instance. On the dipstick, you'll find engraved or bent a simple measuring gauge with which you actually read the level. This is the part of the dipstick you should pay attention to. The stick has a minimum and maximum gauge. So what you are essentially doing is dipping a metal stick into the engine oil and checking the level this way. Simple as that. For this job, best prepare a clean cloth or a paper towel. Also, what's important is to measure the oil when the engine is cold. So, avoid measuring the oil when the engine is hot, as you may get an inaccurate reading. In order to check the engine oil, first raise the hood, or the bonnet. First, pull the release handle for the hood. It's located on the driver's side near the footwell or under the steering wheel. Pull the release latch, raise the hood, and insert the prop rod. Make sure you do it properly so the hood doesn't accidentally fall on you. Skip this step if the hood has gas struts and stands on its own. Find the oil dipstick. It's very recognizable by the bright color of its handle. It will usually be orange, red, yellow, or else. It will be sticking from the engine bay and usually has a loop handle for getting the dipstick out easier. Pull the dipstick out and wipe it clean with the cloth or towel. Insert the dipstick again, wait for about 10 seconds and pull it out again. Do so in a calm manner. Don't wave the stick around, as this can make the oil drip on the dipstick and give a false reading. Look at the mentioned gauge. If everything is okay, the oil level should be just between minimum and maximum, in the middle of the gauge. A lower level means you have to add oil. A higher level means you have too much oil. A couple of millimeters above or under the middle is not alarming. But if the oil level is low, or even worse, under the minimum level, top up the oil as soon as possible, as this is dangerous for the engine. The more rare case is that there's too much oil. If it's a couple of millimeters above the middle, then this is okay and tolerable. But if it's on maximum or worse above it, get the excess oil out of the engine, as this is also not good for it. Once you're finished, return the dipstick back and make sure it sits firmly in place. You can repeat the measuring one more time to be sure that the reading is accurate. Once you're finished, lower the hood and properly close it. So, as you've seen, checking the engine oil is a very simple procedure that you can surely do on your own. It's good to do this check at least twice a month, even more often if you drive an older high-mileage car or a car that has an engine that burns oil. Also, you should do it before a longer road trip to perhaps avoid problems. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.